Hey team, welcome back to the channel, man. As always, I'm stoked to see you. I hope that you guys are doing well. So we had a subscriber write down in the comment section, hey Stoke, man, can you drop some notes? Can you give us some tricks of the trade when it comes to preparing either ourselves or those who are in our charge for a Soldier or NCO of the Year competition? Of course, this is an annual competition that starts down at the company level and goes all the way to the Department of the Army. Now, as a matter of fact, years ago, got thrown into this thing. It happened to me the same way that it happens to a lot of other people. Hey, Stoke, man, get ready to go to the board. Hey, Roger that, First Sergeant. When is it? It's next Friday. Man, I feel you. So I do. I have a few things, and I made it all the way to Force Com, and I came in second place there. So I know what it takes. And hopefully I can drop some nuggets for things that you can expect to see along the way. I'm going to give you the top tips, the things that you need in your kit bag in order to set yourself up for success. And I'm going to tell you, ultimately, how the metrics work in being selected. Let's get to this. You'll be able to look. I'll build some chapters out because I want to do a couple things. I want to give you some tricks of the trade, some of my experiences, but I also want to show you a couple really badass videos that I did for my soldier, my NCO, who were competing last year, because I think it'll help speak some volume. So we're going to look at a Soldiers of the Year video bio is what we did, and then the NCO of the Year bio, and then we're going to drop down and we'll talk about some of the things that you need to do. I'm gonna give you the top things that you need to do if you're competing or if your soldiers are competing. And it's gonna absolutely blow your mind. So let's look at these videos and then I'll see you right on the backside. These are kick-ass.
Specialist Tomash, reporting to the President of the Board. My name is Zachary Tomash. I was born and raised in Manteca, California, and for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be an American soldier. In 2017, after graduating high school, I enlisted and earned the MOS 25 Sierra, Satellite Communications Systems Operator Maintainer. I'm proud to be a warrior and a member of the finest team in the Army, the United States Signal Corps. My first assignment to serve the people of the United States was in Camp Everjon, where I always placed the mission first, ensuring that thousands of warfighters throughout the CENTCOM AOR maintained network connectivity, and hundreds of combatant commanders were enabled with mission command to take the fight to the enemy. I'm currently a member of the oldest and finest Signal Battalion in the United States Army, the 51st Expeditionary Signal Battalion in the Great Pacific Northwest state of Washington, where I serve as a Phoenix operator. We recently engineered and validated a heat-close backbone to support the I-Corps warfighter, a feat that required us to think outside of the box and never accept defeat. I work every day to master my craft of being a signaleer and a soldier, but always maintaining my arms, my equipment, and myself. I know that the time may come where America needs me to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States, so my short-term goal includes attaining the rank of sergeant, so I can instill the same warrior ethos and drive to others, so my squad knows that we are guardians of freedom and American way of life. My long-term goals include obtaining a degree in engineering from the University of California, retiring as a command sergeant major, and purchasing a home in California where I can continue to embody the Army values and be a positive role model to my fellow citizens on the American way of life. I'm Specialist Zachary Tomash, an American soldier. This is Sparta, always constant, utmost of our abilities, Sky Dragons.
I'm Sergeant Xiomara Mascorro. I was born and raised in San Diego, California. From my earliest memories, my family instilled values in me that I live to this day. Values like loyalty developed a sense of pride in myself and Army family as I work to ensure that no one is more professional than I. As a non-commissioned officer, I realized that my life and work is not about myself, it's about team and family. Competence has always been my watchword. As a signaleer, I have had the privilege to work at a SATCOM facility in Korea, and I'm currently assigned to the Army's oldest and finest signal battalion in the United States Army, the 51st Expeditionary Signal Battalion. It's my honor to lead soldiers in Spartan Company. As passionate as I am about accomplishing the mission, I'm equally as excited about taking care of those soldiers in my charge and improving the organization. That is why I have enabled dozens of soldiers to re-enlist, continuing their service, and develop programs to return injured soldiers to the fight. I believe that great organizations do routine actions with excellence, and as a non-commissioned officer, I have responsibilities inherent in that role. As a result of training to standard in areas such as physical fitness, wield and weapons maintenance, as well as mastering our technical and tactical craft, I'm proud to say that my soldiers within my squad have won multiple Soldiers of the Quarter and year competitions, as well as graduating from BLC with honors and 3 earning their promotable status. Through all of this organizational success, in so many ways, it all comes back to my roots. You see, my family also instilled in me the values of respect and integrity, which led to my attending the University of California and earning my bachelor's degree in biochemistry. So when the officers in my unit need maximum time to accomplish the mission, they know that there is a strong and capable NCO who is able to accomplish hers. As a result, we successfully deployed team of signaleers to UCOM as well as CPN team to Seattle in direct response to COVID-19, supporting our Northwest, and are currently preparing for a deployment to Africa in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. My short-term goals include being selected as the Army NCO of the Year, while serving to not allow my comrades to forget that they are professionals and leaders within the finest profession of arms in the history of the world. My long-term goals include purchasing a home, completing my master's degree in chemistry, as well as serving as a first sergeant. Sergeant Mascoro, reporting to the President of the Board.
Yes! Yes! So the very first thing that you need, the thing that's going to set you apart at every echelon during this competition process, it's the one thing, it's an intangible, and I can't give it to you. And it's drive and determination. Only you have that. If you want to win, that will, that it's inside of us, it needs to come out and it needs to be shown every step along the way. I know from firsthand experience that from battalion to brigade to division to MACOM to FORCECOM, every step along the way, there was probably 2 or 3 dudes who wanted to win, and everybody else kind of, whatever, however it plays out, it plays out. You need to bring that to the table, man. I can't give it to you. You have to want to win. And it has to come out throughout the entire process. That will and that drive to win is hands down the number one ingredient for success along the way. Now, the next thing that you need to do, the next key ingredient is that you need to eat the book. You need to eat the book. You need to make your 3x5 cards, and you just need to eat them, man. You need to become that Rolodex. Every step along the way, you're not going to be asked any crazy questions. Some of the written tests might be a little crazy, but the oral board, these questions are not going to be crazy, and they're not going to get more harder, if that makes sense, when you go up an echelon. Just because you're down here at battalion, they're not asking you easy curveball questions, and then you get up here, to FORCECOM, and they're asking you crazy hard questions. That's not how that's going to work. They're going to ask you the exact same questions. So eat the book, know the book, every question and every answer. You have to know them verbatim. It has to be able to come out. Another key ingredient, and it's not something that you can control, but you need a quality sponsor, man. Somebody who's there to take care of you along the way, who's there with a bottle of water and an orange, who's rucking with you, who's running with you, who's doing everything with you, who's taking care of you so that you have nothing to do, nothing to be concerned about except for the task at hand. Somebody who's selling you and pitching you. Now, each level of competition may run their and host their boards a little bit differently than anybody else. Some may do their oral board on the front end, some may do them on the back end. Some may mix mash how the events, turn together in this cog. But what I can tell you, because of what I'm going to tell you that for this next pro tip, it's an intangible. It's something that there's no hard points for. There's nothing on the grading metrics that's going to give you points for this. But if that board, if the oral board comes on the back end, man, will it not pay off some dividends. And it's this. Along the way, what I need you to do is help your competitors. I need you to pump them up. I need you to act like an NCO. I need you to act like a leader, whether you're a soldier or an NCO. Act like a leader. Be the leader that you are, that you want to be. Right? Imagine this. Imagine you're grading, because all of the board members are going to be at all the different events. So let's say that they're doing a physical fitness evaluation on the front end. And part of that maybe included a 2-mile run, right? Odds are it will. They see a competitor who comes in first place, who turns around and goes back to bring in everybody else. That's going to fire some people up, man. Think about it. And think about how well that may pay off throughout the rest of the course. Right? During a land navigation course, you're running and gunning. You're doing the best job that you can, not only bring yourself in, but to bring everybody else in with you. Right? So the last thing I want to tell you is, how is this thing going to be graded? Now, the NCO I see who's running the event is probably a master sergeant or a sergeant major. And they have a matrix, a scale that says, each event is worth this many points. This is what you have to understand and bear in mind. You don't have to come in first place in every event. You don't have to come in first place in every event. Truth be told, you could come in second place in every event and still win. Because it's all about the averaging across the board. Now, what I've seen units do is kick out their best PT stud into the competition, but truth be told, they may suck on the rifle range. Well, if you score, a 300 on a physical fitness test, but you're a marksman, that kind of averages out to in the middle. Does that make sense, friends? Right? So it doesn't matter if you're really good in one event. If you suck in another event, you're not going to win. So it's all about doing the best job you can in each event. So doing extremely well in each event, trying to get 90 percentile bracket of every event. Things like land nav, man, you got to get 100% and come in as fast as you can. The physical fitness evaluation, you need to do your best job to get in that 90 percentile bracket. Oral board, man, you need to do your best job to answer 90% of those questions. Rifle range, you need to do your best job of shooting expert, even if it's just a low expert. Now, odds are there's going to be some a mystery evaluation, which may be putting weapons together, right? So you need to know how to put every single weapon system together, whether it's in your arms room or not, how to do a functions check, how to employ it, max capabilities, everything about them. You need to know all your skill level 1 tasks. And if you're an NCO, you need to know all your skill level 2 tasks. You need to be going through this process thinking like it's an EIB or an ESB, because that's how it's going to be evaluated. By the book, to the standard. The last thing I'm going to tell you, my friends, is that it's a marathon event. And it's one right after another. One right after another. One right after another. So do your best job to hang in there and keep grinding through the entire process. I can promise you, once you win, like maybe you're at the brigade level, you're not going to have any other job but to get ready for that next competition, right? You're pretty much going to be fired. And what that'll do is it'll give you time to... I know, Riggs. And what that'll do is it'll give you time to prepare. That's what happened to me along the way, right? As soon as I won brigade, I got fired. And I was told, you got one job, and that's to go win the next competition. So that's all I did all day long, was get ready to prepare for that next competition. Hey friends, man, I really hope you enjoyed the content of this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you can stay up to date on some future content. And as always, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.